Look at my Mother's Day gift. Still growing. Just like my channel. We're alive! Alive! What are you doing?
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to another Grown Folk Friday here on the Laura Linda channel. I'm Laura Linda. Today, we're going to be talking about loving each other, how we can love each other more, and how we can love each other better. But before we get into that, let me say, if you like it, let me know. If you share it, it'll grow. Subscribe, hit that bell, and be sure to become a part of things because I want to cheer you on. And I can't do that if I don't know where you are, who you are. And comment so I know what's going on in your life and can be there to say, you can do it. Today I'm going to start out though with a public service announcement. I have my other video, my dance video. You know, I release 2 videos every day. One themed video like this from Motivational Mondays to Grown Folk Fridays. But then also my dance cover videos because dance is life, dance is happiness. And I might not be really great at it, but I absolutely love it. So be sure to check those out. I'm trying to get better and better every day, and I'm pretty sure if you do something every day, that has to happen. We'll see. But I bring that up because I started that one off with a public service announcement to a very, very dear friend. Yes, we don't really know each other yet or anything like that, but we are spirit friends. I believe to start this one off with an actual public service announcement. I follow a lot of different people on social media and on YouTube and all that. And one of the people that I really, really adore most is named Lilly Singh. She is a wonderful, wonderful girl. I'm sure you know her. I'm just getting to know people. I didn't really get to know her until January of this year, but she has been on YouTube for years. She's the #1 woman. I don't know. I'm really unclear. I gotta get all my ducks in a row, but it was really important to put this out there. But she's #1. And she's just not #1 because she's silly or she does a bunch of dumb stuff. She's a really, really nice person. She's a good girl. I don't know any other way to say it. She has a great team that works with her, and she's a very, very giving person. She has become a humanitarian ambassador, goodwill ambassador for UNICEF. And she's the very first person to be asked to do this out of the social world, to be asked to do this. So it's a really, really big honor. And she has decided to do her very first initiative. And as much as I think it's very important for people to work together, I think it's super important for women to work together. So I feel a real need to share this with you because she might be really big, but everybody's just somebody's. Everybody's somebody's child. And we're all one. And she needs help with her initiative. So Lilly is of Indian descent, and her family is from India. She grew up in Canada, but I really don't know her whole story yet. I've got to get her book. I feel so terrible that I haven't read her book yet, but she's got this book, Like a Boss. And I really do want to read that. I'm going to do a whole show actually about YouTube creators that have books, and I'm going to read said books, and I'm going to review said books. But right now, just know that she's a very multifaceted person. She has an initiative that's in India, but she's putting the word out there to everyone because everybody knows somebody that knows somebody. And the funny thing about me is part of my family actually does live in India part of the year and goes back and forth. I have friends that go to India all the time. So it really did make sense. And I thought, I'm going to definitely pass this on. It's a telephone number. Now, Lily's really smart. Last time she was in India, she noticed that, people might not have a lot of things, but most people had cell phones. And so she thought most people too use those cell phones to watch YouTube and all kinds of social media. So there was a phone number there that is for anti-violence. And she basically wants to connect people with this phone number. In a place like India with 1.3 billion people, it's really easy to become invisible. And what she's trying to do with letting people know about this number is go ahead and let people's voices be heard. If you have violence happening to you or see violence happening or anything happening in India, all you do is dial this toll-free number from any phone, 1098 1098. That's the number. It's that simple. And just to keep that, you know, the way here in the United States, we know 911, 911, 1098. If you're in India, if you're going to India, if you have friends in India, that's where, and she really said a lot about it being for kids and violence against children, but I think it's for anybody. I would call. If something's going down, call that number, 1098. Day or night, 24 hours. That's the other thing about it. And you can get help and assistance and not be alone. So I'm going to put a link to the YouTube video where she talks about this. And I'm also going to figure out hopefully how to put the graphic at the end, because in her YouTube video there is also a link to the graphic, so you can just link it, paste it, and put it right onto your Facebook, your YouTube, your Instagram, whatever you're going to do. And that's it. Thanks, guys. Lilly said something, and I thought it was really important. She's a real team player. And she said, humanity is the most important team we have. Now, and I like, let's get to the subject of the day, which is being loving. I'm going to tell you what being loving means to me. Being loving means being kind, being gentle with your words, being gentle with the way you treat people, the way you treat animals, being gentle with the way you treat yourself. I think being loving means thinking about others. I think being loving means being better every day, because you want to be better for the other people that are in your life or may come into your life. Being loving starts with being loving to yourself, being gentle and kind with yourself. I think about self-talk and how negative self-talk can get. I have said things to myself that I would sock somebody in the face if they ever thought to talk to me like that. But I feel for some reason that I have the right to be that mean and that negative, and I'll never, and you'll never happen, and this will never do, and you know, just all that stuff that you can say and be so mean to yourself. That has to stop. I think one of the best ways to stop that is to use affirmations, to use mantra, to use anything else that you can to get that self-talk out and replace it with something more positive. Because the more loving that we are to ourselves, the more loving I feel that we'll be able to be to the rest of the world. And that's really, really, really important right now. And that's really it. Just continue to be loving. In fact, be more loving every day. And don't forget that phone number. That's really important too. That's a really loving thing to do. And comment, please, please comment. I need your love. I need to know you guys are out there. And I would love to hear what being loving really means to you. But I'm going to leave you with what I always do. Remember to be loving to yourself, be loving to each other, but most of all, just be loving. That's right. I knew you knew. I knew it is.